Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back. And I figured I would shoot a video like this. The wind is blowing. My tripod doesn't have the best balance, so you may see it rock a little bit. And that's just because there's a lot of wind today. So I may shake the camera a little bit. But just really quick, in this quick video, I wanted to talk about my experiences with both the OnePlus N200 and the OnePlus N10. Both solid phones. They're not brand new phones to the market. You can pick these up from Metro by T-Mobile. You can pick them up for T-Mobile. I believe on Metro right now, the N200 is free with the new line of service or port in. And with the N10, it's $39.99 with port in. And I believe it's a little bit more if you just add a new line of service. If you buy outright, it's full retail price. And that's with Metro. I don't know what the deals are with T-Mobile, but you guys could definitely go to the website and look at those and find out. But I've been using these phones side by side and comparing them to my Google Pixels and not comparing them to see if they're going to be like flagship experience. You guys hear airplanes flying by. Obviously, we're in the path of where they land, so go figure. But not comparing them in a way where it's like I expect these things to be on par with my Pixel 6 or even my Pixel 5. But just comparing, Oxygen OS to Android and what kinds of things, what kind of benefits do you get from Oxygen OS? And I gotta say, like, one of the big things that really kind of stands out is customization on this. I really, really love the fact that you can really kind of customize it and just make it your own. It really feels more personable to you versus what the Google Pixels have. I mean, they do have customization right now, sort of, with the Material U UI, but that still has its limitations. And so it's got its coolness to it. I'm not knocking it, but it's also got its limitations compared to customizations you could do with Oxygen OS. The N200 is decent. It's a decent phone. I've seen a lot of my friends do reviews on it, and they were really excited about it. I have some qualms with this phone. I will tell you guys right now, it gets sluggish over times for the way that I use my phones, and so it tends to have some stutter and some jank. And you can definitely find it, even if you turn on 90 hertz refresh, you'll still find it there. It gets kind of bogged down when you have more than 5 apps open, from my experience. And so it's been like a hit or miss with me with the N200 5G. To be quite honest with everybody, it is rocking Android 12, so that is the benefit of getting the N200, is that it's got Android 12. No plans for it to get Android 13. The N10 still runs Android 11, but let me say this. The N10 performs better than the N200 in everything that I do with it, including photography. Do not let this camera sensor fool you into thinking you're going to get the best shots with it. Even if you turn on the little stamps in the photos where it says Hasselblad, it's not taking good photos compared to the N10. The N10 takes far better photos than the N200 does, especially in low light. If you put these phones up against each other in low light and take a picture, you will see a lot of grain come from the N200's photos. That's just what it is. The N200 is basically the more mid-range budget option that OnePlus put out, and the N10 is more of just a mid-range, kind of edging to premium mid-range. So that is the difference between the two, right? You got a 600 series chip in the N10, you got a 400 series chip in the 200. The displays are big enough if you want to watch movies and look at social media. You got a big enough display to do that. I think the cool thing both these phones have is face unlock, which cannot be tricked with a photo. I've tried using a two-dimensional photo of myself and seeing if I can unlock either one of these phones, and neither one of them have unlocked. So that's a good thing. And you can definitely enable that because the N200's biometric fingerprint sensor is on the right side of the phone, whereas the N10 has it on the back of the phone more traditionally. Both phones are made of plastic. Both phones, I would say, does not feel premium at all whatsoever, but they don't feel cheap. They don't feel like a plastic chunk like the Nextbit Robin that was hollow as hell. Even though I love the Nextbit Robin, it did really feel like a toy. Most people who talked about that phone weren't lying when they said this thing feels like a toy from like KB Toy Store or Toys R Us. So while these phones are plastic, they don't feel cheap in any way. They got some heft to them. I believe they're almost close to the weight of my Pixel 6 when holding them in hand. So yeah, you definitely want to put a case. These screens, they're nice. The only downside of both of them is that outside in this light, they don't do very well with brightness. So yeah, you may have a hell of a time in sunlight trying to really see your screens. So that's a downside of both of them that they both share. But at the end of the day, to be honest with everybody, with user experience and user experience only involved in this video and in my thought process, the N10 beats the N200 in user experience. There was not really anything that I got aggravated with the N10 than I did get aggravated with the N200 at times. The cameras are much better on the N10. If you're someone who's about Instagram, Snapchat, or just photography, you're going to get a much better experience with the N10 over the N200. Both of them are 5G capable. Both of them can connect to N41. Both of them basically get, T-Mobile's mid-band. But yeah, they do very good with connectivity. I have no problems there at that. Audio quality on phone calls is about the same, so I have no problems there on that. And then the use of Oxygen OS is refreshing, so that's where I'll give it to both of them. Then using basically Pixel Experience stock Android. So I would definitely say if you can, grab the N200, not the N10, if you want a bit more out of your phone. The N200 is a good buy if you're just doing social media, you're not really into photography, you're not really taking pictures and stuff like that. You just want a phone that works. The N200 is going to be great. You get 5G connectivity. That's great too. And you get a much heftier battery life than the N10. That's where the N200 beats the N10 is in battery life. I get a longer lasting battery with the N200 than I do with the N10. Not a drastic difference, but a difference enough to be noticeable. So yeah. So that's pretty much it, what I got for this video. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this video and the way I shot it out here. Might as well, right, when I have a little bit of time to kill out my job. That's it. I will talk to y'all on the next one. And as always, Aloha. Leave a comment on what you guys think. Peace.